and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they...
I'm not a big fan of that word. I like to think of them as my friends.
Tobias was a man of God but practiced dark rituals of prosperity using the Void. Having spoken to Aram, the prophet of the Void, Tobias was told to farm dark fruit. A black fruit with a purple hue that glowed. The fruit was only able to be grown by the moon's light, and the fruit gives no seeds. Aram showed him how to construct a tent to hide the fruit from the burning sun with the dark fruit in a separate area. Tobias and his family were still able to tend to his normal crops of vegetables. On one fateful day after news of Aram's passing, Tobias took the bounty of fruit and vegetables to the market to sell. Tobias and his wife sold almost all of their stock of vegetables and fruit, while their daughter brought people to the stall. The only thing left was a single dark fruit. He put the fruit into his satchel, paid for the stall, and bought some new supplies. When the three returned to the cart, he found a small black box. Inside the box he found a large sliver of void stone, a purple stone with a black hue in the center that glowed, along with more dark fruit seeds for his farm. The note simply said, "Your test is soon. Be ready. Signed Aram." He smiled nervously at the miracle. Then he also placed the sliver of void stone into his bag. When he was finished, the family headed back to their hidden oasis. They left at night when the temperature was cold and it was safe to travel. They knew the journey took 2 full days. Several hours into the first day at noon, as the family walked the usual path, seeking a place to camp, there was a strange cracking noise. Tobias held up his hand. "Stop!" he shouted. "Get back quickly. The ground is failing." Just then, Tobias and one of the camels that walked beside him fell, swallowed by the deep darkness below. Tobias' wife ran to the edge of the hole. "Tobias, stay calm, I will fetch the rope." A voice came from the darkness. "I am all right, but I landed on our camel. She is lost. There are ruins down here. Toss me a torch and my staff." His wife obliged. "Tobias, come." The chilling voice rang out from the dark. "Who's there?" said Tobias. "Whom are you speaking with?" "Here." His wife shouted from the hole, tossing down what he asked for. With the torch and staff in hand, he looked back up at the opening. "Somebody has called me in this dark place. It may be another merchant from the market. Please make camp nearby. There is no way back up here. It looks as though there is a tunnel I can follow." After they professed their love for each other, Tobias turned to the tunnel. Glowing black stones with red hues lined the walls of the passageway. He pushed down the hall. "Hello. Are you there?" "I am." "Come and see Tobias," responded the guttural, eerie voice. Tobias chuckled a bit. "It seems as though you have caught me at a disadvantage. You know me, but I do not know you. Are you a merchant?" Tobias struggles to fit at this point before freeing himself and continuing. Yes, you could say I'm a merchant of sorts. But not one you would know." Before Tobias could respond, the voice continued. "I know you all too well, Tobias. Walker of the balanced path. Come and see." Tobias came to a great opening, and stopped at the opening. The room was spherical and adorned from floor to ceiling in the strange stones. A path from the tunnel to the center of the room was untouched by the strange stones. Tobias could see what looked like a large statue at the far end of the room. The statue had the head of a goat, the upper torso of a human, and the legs of an ox. The left hand was pointed up with 2 fingers extended, and the right hand pointed down with the same gesture. The eyes opened, revealing 2 solid red orbs. "Tobias of the desert. Toss your cross and voidstone. Then you may approach." "For what reason have you called me here?" asked Tobias angrily. A feeling of betrayal washed over him. "I simply ask you to toss your faith aside and speak with logic." Before the beast could utter another word, Tobias cut him off. "Tell me your name, beast, in the name of God." The statue laughed deeply. "You may call me Baphomet." Tobias glared at the statue. "I will not surrender my faith to a monstrous beast." The beast then surprised Tobias. "You and your family will perish here. Give up your faith and you may leave peacefully." The statue spoken with the same angry tone. You will die here alone in the dark. Tobias let out a laugh. Then I will be with my God. The floor opened and Tobias fell again. Then join him. Tobias looked up as he fell to see the floor, above him, close back again. Everything went black. When he awoke, his sight was blurry from the impact. In a panic he pulled the void stone from his bag and cross. He began to pray to both the void and God. Tobias. Is that you, Daddy? An elderly woman can into focus as a light shined down. I waited so long for you. Mommy never lost faith. Tobias jumped and backed up. You can't be my daughter. Tobias held up his cross to the elderly woman. Please Daddy, why? He held up the void stone as well. The woman grabbed the stone and jammed it into Tobias's right eye. He began to scream in pain. Suddenly he stood jamming the cross into the elderly woman, who grew horns, cackling. Away with you, demon, you foul little git. A shadowy figure manifested into a person as the demon vanished. Do not worry, for your wife and child are safe back at camp. Baphomet will be going after them soon. Tobias raised his staff. Who are you? Is all this you're doing? The figure laughed. I am the void. Tobias fell to his knees.